Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are today's headlines. Chairman Vương Đình Huệ gave comments on two contents and ended the 31st sessions of the National Assembly Standing Committee. The Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee inspected the progress of Vĩnh Thạnh Industrial Park Phase 1 project. A review of 15 years of implementing Directive No. 38, dated September 7, 2009 of the Secretariat on promoting health insurance work in the new situation. Top news today, on the afternoon of March 19, at the National Assembly House, under the chairmanship of Chairman Vương Đình Huệ, the National Assembly Standing Committee gave comments on two contents and ended the 31st session.
The National Assembly Standing Committee unanimously approved two draft resolutions before National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ gave the closing speech of the 31st session. These resolutions establish ending war and they belongs to Bến Cát Town and establish Bến Cát City in Bình Province and establish and arrange wars in Gò Công Town and establish Gò Công City, Ninh Province. Speaking at the conclusions of the meeting, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ asked that the agencies and the Secretary General of the National Assembly promptly release a notice summarizing the topics discussed in the meeting so that the agencies may proceed with finishing the project documents. Project to present for feedback to the deputies of the Conference of Specialized National Assembly.
Determining that the construction and completion of industrial park infrastructure is a prerequisite for Cần Thơ to attract new investors, leader of the city continued to direct departments, branches, and localities to drastically step in and handle difficulties and issues at the Vĩnh Thạnh Industrial Park Phase 1 project.
Inspection reveals that there is a shortage of sand materials for ongoing projects and that the cost of sand materials has significantly increased per unit, which has an impact on investment costs. To implement the development of industrial park infrastructure in accordance with authorized plans, VSIP is urgently finishing the legal processes. Its primary focus is on acquiring and clearing property that it has obtained from the City Property Fund Development Center. The Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee gave orders to UNIT to expedite the construction of two traffic highways, with specific attention to the Vĩnh Thạnh Industrial Park resettlement region. The project's timeline needed to be met without sacrificing quality. Seek advice from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment concurrently to identify suitable substitutes for leveling sand in this project, and so forth.
On March 19 morning, the city leaders came to inspect the Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Sóc Trăng Expressway project. This is a level 1 traffic project that belongs to the nationally important group with a total investment of 9,700 billion Vietnam dong. The project, which is roughly 37.42 kilometers long, travels through the Vĩnh Thạnh, Cờ Đỏ, and Thời Lai districts of Cần Thơ City. The current issue is that there are still more than 20 cases in which the premises have not been turned over, and technical infrastructure relocation projects, namely the transfer of high-voltage power lines, have not been carried out. The Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Hiếu, gave the following instructions. Direct functional units to closely monitor the scene and work directly with the remaining cases to completely resolve difficult issues in compensation and site clearance. Direct localities to intensify their propaganda and advocacy work so that households can soon receive compensation, support, and resettlement funds to quickly hand over the site to the construction unit. City officials will keep collaborating with surrounding communities to assess the project's leveling materials in regards to sand sources. Cần Thơ City Party Committee held a review of 15 years of implementing Directive No. 38, dated September 7, 2009, of the Secretariat on promoting health insurance work in the new situation on March 20 morning. Following the implementation of Directive 38 for 15 years, there has been an increase in understanding regarding the status, role, and value of health insurance across all levels, sectors, municipalities, and general public. Every year, the number of city residents with health insurance rises, surpassing the set goals, particularly the 3.4 average annual increase in health insurance coverage aim. Between 2020 and 2024, there will be around 1,040,000 individuals enrolled in health insurance, accounting for 91% of the population. The perspective discussed during the conference went on to examine and elucidate recently notable outcomes, as well as exchange experiences and strategies for enhancing the efficacy of health insurance policy implementation. On the morning of March 19, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development organized a consultation workshop on technical infrastructure support project for low-carbon rice in the Mekong Delta. Attending the conference was Mr. Thanh, Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development.
The Technical Infrastructure Support Project for Low-Carbon Rice in the Mekong Delta is implemented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in coordination with 12 provinces and cities in the Mekong Delta from 2026 to 2031. The implementation costs come to $375 million, of which $316 million comes from the World Bank IBRD loan and $15 million comes from government and locality contributions as counterpart capital. Indicators including higher price output and productivity, farmer income, lower greenhouse gas emissions, and result-based carbon credit payments will be used to gauge the project's success.
On March 19, the Climate Change Research Institute of CTU and Beanstalk Organization jointly organized a consultation conference on cooperation opportunities to build smart agriculture adapted to climate change at CTU Learning Resource Center. Several smart agricultural solutions were presented during the conference by representatives of 13 prominent Australian agri-tech companies and organizations. These included Recrow, which has a software platform for assessing greenhouse gas emissions, data farming, using remote sensing technologies to support agricultural productivities, Genix, equipped with instruments to manage illnesses in shrimp and water sources, Pacific Bio, which uses technologies to treat and filter wastewater in shrimp ponds using algae, Rice Breeding, utilizing technology in rice breeding to adjust to climate change, Nathan McPhee with platform to give investors more avenues for investment and less financial hardship for farmers. Hillridge using a weather forecast-based agriculture insurance strategy. Food Recycle with technology to turn food waste into animal feed. On March 19 morning, Cần Thơ City Electricity Company coordinated with the Southern Electricity Association to organize a training program on the safe and economical use of electricity in 2024 for more than 200 electricity officials in the city.
The training program takes place over 2 days to implement Directive No. 20, CTTTG of the Prime Minister on enhancing electricity saving in the period 2023 to 2025 and the following years. In addition, legal regulations regarding the economical and efficient use of energy must be distributed, along with instructions how to treat victims of electrical accidents. Finally, tips for using electricity safely and economically in daily life, both at home and at work, will be shared. Thus, teaching students the fundamentals of responsible and cost-effective energy usage will also help them develop their propaganda abilities, actively promote responsible and cost-effective power use within their family and community.
To call on customers to respond to Earth Hour 2024 campaigns, officers and workers of Cần Thơ City Electricity Company recently organized a campaign to mobilize business establishments in the area to actively participate in the activity to turning off lights for 1 hour. This year, as with previous years, electricity customers have committed to taking part in Earth Hour campaign by doing specific actions like turning off lights, signs, and superfluous electrical equipment at the unit headquarters for an hour on March 23, 2024, from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. According to the units, there will be more significant events like candle lighting and cultural performances. which will help spread the word about adopting a habit of saving electricity and encouraging people to participate in Earth Hour activities to fight climate change and protect the environment. Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.